Now, if I go down, these are very direct questions, similar to the same logic, leading coefficient, degree, but nothing more they want here. So you all know degree and all, but one important thing, they are asking if it is not a polynomial in one variable, you need to explain why. So for polynomial to be a polynomial or not to be a polynomial, two things are very important. I will show you example here. All of these are polynomials, okay? This is a polynomial, okay, fine, all fine here. But which is not a polynomial is this and this. So question number 11 and 12 are not a polynomial. And the reason is, you see there are being multiplied here. The moment you see multiplication of two variables, it is not a polynomial because they say in one variable. That is why. And in this case, there is one variable, but the problem is variable gets a negative power, which is wrong. We cannot take a negative power for a polynomial, not even in here question here. So that's why these two are not a polynomial. But for the other two, I hope you can manage about degree and leading coefficient. Degree is again the highest one, and leading coefficient for this would be 7 because degree where it is, we check the same coefficient. Okay. Now again another question, word problem, very similar type. So Dylan drew n dots on a piece of paper, making sure that no 3 points were collinear. Collinear means in one straight line. So you can see that 3 points are not in one line, any of these 3 points. The number of triangles that can be made, so there's a big formula he has given up. And no need to worry, we need to just understand what the question is asking. So sketching graph won't be there, but again, if it comes in writing by chance similar question, you can make a table using the calculator and join the dots, plot the points, join the dots and get the curve. But here the question is, if Dylan drew 15 dots, how many triangles he can make? So if you look at the question, they are saying, what is the value n? We should know what n represents. So the number of triangles that can be made using the dots as vertices is equal to this. Now there n are the number of dots. What is he giving? How many dots? 15. That's it. We need to find f of 15, nothing more. Which means wherever there is n, you substitute as 15 and you can get your answer. You can directly put this in calculator and it should be okay. Other method to find out, there is synthetic substitution, you can find out that way. But again, MCQ, no problem. Put this in calculator. Put this in calculator and get your answer. The answer which come out to be should be around like I think 455. Okay, so it's a very direct question, only substitution, nothing more here. Let's see another one. Which type is expected? Very simple, very easy. Only concept here is about zeros of a polynomial. Zeros again, I call them roots. We call them solution. Answer to the graph for the values of x, whatever is x equal to. So whenever I say x, it should be that these are nothing but where the graph is crossing the x-axis. Only x-axis I have to check for the zeros, for the roots, for the solution, which are also called as x-intercept. So all these words, if you look carefully, this, all of them means the same thing. They can ask you question in any format, solution, roots, zero, x-intercept, and everything means the same. So if you look at these graphs, you can see the answers are already made up here. So you can clearly, easily see that there is 1 0 here. How many zeros? 1, 2, 3, 4. I am only checking where it is cutting the x-axis. Again, I'm repeating. Here also how many? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. Here, 3. And here, like this. Now, if you look at these graph, at least I can say that this, I know it's a line. So it's a linear graph. This one I can say degree must be even because you see both one are going in one direction down, both one going up in one direction up. So we know degrees even, that's much. Here, all the signs are in the different directions, which means question 17, 19, and 20 are odd degrees. Yes. Another thing to check your understanding for the graph, we have one very important point which many of you must be knowing right now, is that as much as you have the degree is same as the number of zeros or roots. Okay, number of zeros or roots same as degree. Okay, so here in the degree part, what do we have? If you look at degree, there is 2. So degree 2 means I'm going straight away to polynomial of degree 2, polynomial of degree 4 here, polynomial of degree 3 in this question. Okay, which defines me that there are minimum 3 zeros as you look at the graph. But if I know the degree means, if I know this is the highest exponent, that is it. This is the number of zeros possible. Is it fine? These are the possible number of zeros. Okay, so this one very direct question. If it comes free 4 marks for all of you, you should be able to read the zeros. Now these are some previous year question paper questions from the last year. I have few, so I will give you similar more about this, and what it says you can read. Choose the power function with an even degree and a positive leading coefficient. Even means going both directions same, positive means going both up, so you know what is the answer, right? Here the direct question was state the degree of the polynomial. So very simple. Don't be confused. Do not put 4 or something like that. Make sure you check each term with the degree, and the answer is 9. As easy as it sounds from last year. And this one, last one extra question I just put because might be confusing. So there is this polynomial given which could be used to describe the best, like this, how they can give you option. So if you see these words like limit and limit, don't worry. It should not be limit in your case. It should be like as x tends to minus infinity, then fx is going to where? Plus infinity. As x tends to plus infinity, it goes to plus infinity as well. So this I'm just reading and telling you, I'm not saying this is the answer. Now if you look here, this question says odd. You know odd means one will be positive, one will be negative. The fx, the answer. So if you see fx both positive, not possible. One negative, one positive, okay, maybe. One negative both, not possible. So maybe B or D. Now it says the leading coefficient is negative. Now if you go back and check leading coefficient is negative, if you remember this table, you need to remember the format. Negative, I will go from up to down. So means I don't know what the graph looks like. I just want to know what's the end behavior. So for the end behavior, I know that this is going from here. In the middle, the graph might be like this, like maybe here, here, here. Because there are 3 zeros, at least it should cut the axis 3 times if there are 3 real zeros. But that's not my concern. My concern is only right now for end behavior. So I only know this is one end and this is another end. So if x is going negative, 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 fx is going up. If x is going positive, fx is going down. So if you read, if x is going positive here, fx is going down. If x is going negative, fx is going up. So which option I have for me here? Option B. So again, please do not be confused with this limit word. I should have changed it before. So without the limit, it sounds like normal x tending to infinity and minus infinity. I hope it's clear better right now. Please practice more questions and I will be sharing next video also. Thank you so much. Good luck.